Yeah, welcome to this video, and we're going to play two Blitz games here, something different. 3+1 is the time control. I'm playing Curtains International Master Greg Shahade, if I'm not butchering this pronunciation terribly. Two games of 3+1. So he's got a YouTube channel as well, of course. If you check my video here, the description, I'm going to link to it. So two quick Blitz games that he will also do commentary on. Yeah, the good old Ruy Lopez main line. I'm going to play my old line here that I want to ditch, but okay, what can you do? It is not the greatest line ever, but at least I have a ton of experience with it. Let's see how he's doing there. Rook b8, very closed position. That's usually not a line where I get into huge time pressure, because I've played this so often, it's ridiculous. Especially considering that it's not that great, but okay, what can you do? Yeah, okay, I'm going to close this, which is a debatable decision, but I played it like that all of the time. Don't mind that. Okay, he's going to try for rook a7, but I have rook b7 to stop that. At least I'm quick here. No, he can go rook a1. Okay, so I can take knight b7 is not really that great. Let's see. Okay, let's start with that. Maybe after rook b7 I have to take with the knight. The knight on b7 is not a very great piece, but what can you do? This is not the best possible line in the Ruy, as I'm perfectly aware, but I have not yet replaced it with something better. So I'm playing it anyway. Okay, but he's not doing much against my rook a8 plan, which is kind of nice, meaning that I'm not in a huge issue on the a file, and a huge problem. Yeah, I get this traded. And this normally means that I'm not in huge trouble if I'm okay. Okay, it's not a big issue. So queen a8, I guess. And my plan is bishop d8, queen a6, bishop b6, trading this bishop. It's a decent position now. And I'm on, oh, he's doing a self-pin, which is not a big problem, admittedly. Okay, what does he want to do? Does he really want to go here? Maybe. Okay, I have to move this knight anyway. It's completely useless on b7. Queen a6 or a5. I can always go queen b7. Yeah, I guess queen b7 should be okay. Or not. What is he doing? Bishop b6? Or well, okay, it's not threatening much. Maybe queen here. But queen c7, I always have queen b7. There's no big problem there. Bishop b6, maybe. Okay. Okay. Going to regroup, getting a knight f7, bishop d8 after all. Yeah, White's idea can be to sacrifice on c4. Maybe he's trying to go for that. Not sure if he will manage at the end, but it is an interesting idea to get this in. Okay, so I don't mind that trade very much. Queen d8. He probably won't trade, right? Okay, I can get the king.
Time warning.
King up to e7. Oh, I forgot about that idea. It's not decisive, but I simply forgot that he can go there. Okay, so how do I do that? Queen to a8. Yeah, I'd like to get this traded. This piece sacrifice idea is very valid, but my king is near it. It's near the pawn, so I don't think it is such a huge problem.
Check.
Yeah, now I have protected that, and now the grand scale idea comes into plan. f5. This is kind of what black hopes for after all this shuffling, to get in f5 and ultimately get an endgame out of that you can do something with. Okay, f4. f4 is not what I wanted to do. Okay, I can do it. It's not bad. I know that this looks very close, but believe it or not, I have an idea in this position, and we're going to see it maybe. As mentioned, I have played this quite a lot, and I have an idea. My idea is to sacrifice on d5, and I want to sacrifice the bishop. Yeah, so I'm really playing for something here, even if you don't believe me. So if I take now. Okay, I'm going to risk that. There is some point of some degree of risk to that, but I have played a number of games with that, as I said, and very often the compensation is there. Yeah, b4 is difficult to keep. Yeah, this line, it keeps scoring for me. This is the weird thing. Okay, why I cannot have e8 protected? It's not really a great line. Knight b5 maybe. I thought he had knight b5 in this position.
White resigns.
Yeah, this was the kind of game that you want to play with this line, kind of soaking up the pressure, and at the end do something in the end game. It's not really that great, but yeah, it has its points. Okay, we're going to rematch here. It was I don't know if it was a good game. It was an interesting game. So I'm going to do the rematch and see if he can level the score. This was definitely a position that I probably knew a bit better than him. Let's see what we can do here. I don't even know what he's playing. He's playing, I think he plays the Nimzo and the Bogo, right? I remember some games that he had in the Bogo, even lines that I have featured in my book. So let's do the classical Nimzo. See what we can get here. This is a very sound line. Okay, so bishop e4 is probably what. Oh no, at the moment that's not on. So let's just centralize. Or knight e4 maybe? I don't know. I would like to play knight b5, d6, but whenever I move the knight, there's bishop e4 hitting, and my queen has kind of no squares. Quite funny. Yeah, this is a very sound position for black. He can even, I mean, if he doesn't find anything better, he can just take c3, play rook c8, or rook c8 immediately. Yeah, this is a more ambitious way to do it. So knight e4, bishop e4. Yeah, I was thinking knight b5 might be an idea. Trying to ask black if this is a good piece configuration. Ah, wait, can he take on f2 for bishop e4? Ah, maybe he can do that. I have rook d3, okay. But my queen is really short of squares. Yeah, here I was thinking knight d4. Asking black what he is doing with his bishop. The bishop has no square. And the knight on c5 also has no square. So, I don't know. Not sure how harmonious this really is. I mean, black should be kind of okay, but maybe his pieces are not harmoniously placed. a3 is just the threat of winning the bishop. How is he fighting that? Then this knight cannot move on c5. That looks bad. e5, maybe e5. e5, knight f5, knight takes f2 for bishop e4. This is wacky, very wacky business, but maybe. e5, knight f5, knight f2, knight g5 for knight h6 and checkmate. Yeah. This is a cool move. I'm still not convinced. If I go knight e4 now, am I not covering everything here and killing him? What is this move then? Knight g5. Knight e4. I'm just winning a piece then. And I attack b7. Yeah, this is doing it, right? What is he doing now? Mate on h7. I don't see a move. I mean, f5 or g6. I take b7 probably, and then, or just f2. I take f2. f2 is stronger to take. Just an opening disaster. Yeah, he somehow tangled his pieces a little bit here. I don't see a move. Yeah, g6. Yeah, what do I do now? I just take g2, right? f2, right? This must be the most precise way to do it, I think.
Check.
Yeah, he got the check. But I can go to g1 simply. Okay. Knight e4 for the trade, or... Yeah, I mean, if I go to f3... Nah, trade. That's trade stuff. I'm a piece up. Oops, he's not taking. Okay. I can take c5. I can and will take c5. Bishop f4 now. Where's your queen going? To h5 maybe. Yeah, but that's okay, right? Or just knight f3. Yeah, knight f3 is simpler. h3 intending g4. Yeah, and that's it for the lady.
Check. Black resigns.
Yeah, one spy check. Yeah, that was a that was a bad opening somehow. I don't really know what happened there. Yeah, he writes, "Oh man, you crushed me." Yeah, sometimes it happens that way. He's actually a very good Blitz player, and mostly is higher rated than me. But yeah, it somehow didn't work out well here. This this opening position wasn't any good. I think here black is in trouble. I mean, what is he supposed to do? Maybe knight back to f6. It's not a move that comes very naturally to you, and even that is good for white. Probably. Yeah, that's a funny line here. Yeah, somehow it didn't. I mean, I don't know what went wrong there. Maybe black really should simply take there or play rook c8 or something like that. This must be a normal position. Yeah, black is kind of in normal shape. Maybe just take it. Just take it, rook c8. Avoid this kind of tangling situations and try to play for the quick development. Then it should be totally all right for black. And somehow this gets tricky. The comp wants to take on f2. Huh, interesting. He played this one first. Oh, I'm sorry, that was too quick. Wants to take there. Yeah, this was the line that I mentioned actually, because bishop takes is kind of funny. I have this one, but I can also play this, kind of similar to the game. And again, I'm threatening mate, and kind of it's kind of awkward. Yeah, something went terribly wrong there. Yeah, okay, this was funny. Can I actually briefly come up with let me see if I can get the game before that briefly into analysis. Let's have a look there, and I'm going to switch the board. We agreed to first play the two games and then only analyze them. Simply that we have a flow in those games, and then this is very typical, this position where white is always a bit better. But I don't know. When I always feel that if I get rook straighted, if I have a pure a position like that with all the minor pieces and the queens, it's not that a big a deal. I mostly just kept things going. I didn't do anything rash. I could play f5 maybe at some point, but I believe in just keeping things here. This is really very typical procedure. The big point was, I mean, this is equal, of course, nothing happening.
Check.
But the problem here in this position was that I had exactly this endgame countless times, really, and I simply could play the next phase of the game very quickly because I simply knew a plan and I could follow that plan. I was setting it up the whole time, yeah, getting the king over. It was a very straightforward plan, and now this sacrifice, which is probably not winning or anything, but it is very difficult for white to defend if you have no time on the clock, and if the other guy is kind of having, yeah, he simply expects that happens and so on, and now it gets very tricky. Yeah, the computer says that probably bishop e4 is still drawing, but it looks difficult, and here I'm winning. This is a terrible position to defend with no time on the clock. It's really a problem. I think the most problems black has in this general line is when they keep more pieces on the board. A very nice way was how Grandmaster Friso Naibur played against me. He played b4, then c4 and a5. He just closed the queen side completely and then crushed me on the king side. This made me give up this line. I mean, at least in serious chess, in a blitz game, okay, I can do it from time to time, but it's not very attractive. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. Let's don't forget that you should check Greg's version. He was probably not very thrilled, but it's always good to see both sides of it. Okay, well, thanks for watching.